Hello, today I'll show you how to make a nice brick breaker game in Scratch. As you can see, this is a brick breaker game, and if I press the up arrow key, it will launch the ball and start the game. And as you can see, you are slowly breaking the bricks. But if you manage to not catch the ball, then the game will end. So let's get started. First, delete the cat and paint a sprite. Name it Platform. Now, use the box tool. Make sure there is no outline and make the fill white. Or actually a different color first, or visible color. Then, make it a good size and duplicate it, this time making it shorter but taller, like this, so it has that pixel art effect. Then make it white. Now, in stage, use the box tool, make sure everything or the whole frame size, and then make it a nice dark blue color, like this. Now, back in platform, when green flag is clicked, go to 0 and -140. Then, create a variable called x for the sprite only, and one called platform speed for all sprites. Set platform speed to 3 and set x to 0. Now for the movement, set x, actually before that, change x by x, then change the variable x by, and then key right arrow pressed subtracted by key left arrow pressed multiplied by platform speed. Then set x to x times 0.8 so that the speed wouldn't build up like this really fast, and instead create a nice smooth effect like that. Now, lastly, for it to stop at the edge instead of go through the edge, add a if before these, and an if touching edge, then change x by x times -1 and set x to 0. Then if you test it, as you can see, it doesn't go through the edge and instead stops at the edge. Now, paint a new sprite called Brick, this time using the box tool still, making the fill red, so then we can use the color block system to change the color and make it a good size. Like this. Then duplicate it, make it shorter but taller as well, like this, and make it a good size. Now, with this, duplicate it, then add an outline, a dark red outline like this. Make it a good size, place it back in the middle, and make it go to the back layer to have this nice outline effect. As you can see, like this. Now, use the box tool, make sure there's no outline, and make the fill white. And drag out a pixel here, and a long pixel here, to create that nice shining effect. And name it normal. Duplicate it, delete these, make the fill gray, and make the outline one a dark gray, like that, and name it strong. Now, in the brick, when green flag is clicked, hide, then create a new block called create bricks, and run without screen refresh. Now in here, actually also in create bricks, add an X size, then add an input called X size, add in a text called Y size, and add in an input called Y size. Now, go back into costumes and see that this number is 49, so X size would be 49, and Y size would be 28, so 28. Now, in here, create a new variable called health for the sprite only. Set health to 1, then go to, and for the X, since we will have around this to make this structure go in the middle, X size times -6 subtracted by X or divided by 2, and Y will just be 120. So then, now, clear graphic effects, set color to, pick random 0 to 150, then repeat 5 times, and in this repeat 7 times. Then switch costume to pick random 1 to 2 to pick random 1 to 2 for it to be rarer to get strong. Now, create a clone of myself, then change X by X size, and change color by pick random -10 to 10. Then change X by a multiply X size, subtract or multiply by -7, so then it goes, after it clones, it goes back. And then also a change Y by, and then Y size, subtract multiply by -1. And now if you test it, and also make sure when I start as a clone, show, as you can see, it will generate this nice randomized brick wall kind of pattern with some strong and a lot more normal. Now, the ball. Create a new sprite called the ball. Use the circle tool. Make sure there is no outline and make the fill a nice white color. Then press shift and create a nice ball and make it a good size. Now in here, first, when green flag is clicked, show, then create a new variable called ball count for all sprites and set ball count to 0. Set rotation style to don't rotate, and then now repeat until key up arrow pressed, and in the repeat go to platform and change Y by 30 so that it doesn't touch the platform. Now, actually 20 would be better, like this. Now, create a new block called create ball, and in the speed of the ball, and add an input called speed. Now create ball. And now in here, point in direction, pick random, -45 to 45. Then create a new variable called ball speed for all sprites. Set ball speed to speed. Then make sure that the costume is number 1 or costume 1. Then create 2 new variables called X for the sprite only and Y for the sprite only. And set X to then a multiply of platform speed, ball speed. And in here, sine of direction times ball speed. And for Y, set Y to cosine of direction times ball speed. Now, create a new variable called ID for the sprite only. Set ID to ball or B, and then create a clone of myself. Now when I start as a clone and then create ball, make sure to create ball speed and add an 8 so that the speed is 8. And down here, hide. Now, when I start as a clone, show. Now, if else ID equals B, then change ball count by 1 and add in a forever. And now, if touching platform, then point in direction, pick random, -70 to 0, and then add in another pick random in this pick random, and then have this pick random -70 to pick random -70 to 0, and place it in here. Then duplicate this time pick random 0 to pick random 0 to 70, like this, so that it's a rarer chance of it going over here and have a higher chance of going more vertical. Now, actually just duplicate this and place it down here. Now, change x by x, and now if touching edge and x, or actually and y position is greater than -170, so that it won't bounce if it's at the bottom, and then add in a or touching brick. And now in here, if touching brick, then we'll create a hitbox. So set ID to H, create a clone of myself, and set ID back to B. Then for the bounce, set X to X times -1, and change X by X. Then duplicate this, place it down here, and change all of this to a Y. Like this. So now change Y by Y, and if touch, then it'll still also create the hitbox, and then the change Y here, and make sure that they are the same. Now, after this, if Y position is less than -170, or actually 175, so it's closer to the bottom, then change ball count by -1, and if ball count equals 0, then stop all and delete this clone. And now in the else, which is basically the hitbox, set ghost to 100 so it's invisible, wait 0 seconds, even though 0 seconds is nothing, it still has the slightest weight, and then delete this clone. And now back in brick, in the clone, when I start as a clone, and then a if equal, now costume number equals 2, which is the strong, then set health to 3, and clear all graphic effects. Then add in a repeat until, and then a repeat until health is less than 0.01. So when health hits 0, it will delete clone. Then add in a if touching ball, change health by -1 and set brightness to 80. And at the top, set brightness to 0. And now if you test it, launch the ball. As you can see, once the ball hits the brick, then it'll damage the brick until you break the brick. And if you fail to catch the ball, then the game will stop. Now you have a fully working brick breaker game in Scratch. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day.